Hello friends, welcome to a new video of I Square. We were dealing with the chapter sets, that is the first chapter of your textbook, and we have discussed some types of sets in the previous class. Now we are going to do or solve the second exercise of your textbook, that is second exercise from the chapter 1, exercise 1.2, and the first question from exercise 1.2 asks us to check which of the following are null sets. Null sets, it's a new name to you. Null sets is simply the empty sets, that is the set which does not contain any element is called an empty set. An empty set is also called null set, that is a null set is the same as an empty set, and we have learned that we usually denote empty sets using the symbol phi. So in this question we are asked to check whether these questions or these sets are empty sets or null sets or not. Now first question is set of odd numbers divisible by 2. We are asked to check whether this set is a null set or not. First of all, which are odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. Is any odd number divisible by 2? No. No odd numbers are divisible by 2. Therefore, there are no numbers which satisfy this condition, which means our set contains no elements, that is, it is a null set or an empty set. Null set is always denoted using two symbols, either this one or the symbol phi. Now moving on to the next question, set of even prime numbers. We know that prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. And is there any even prime number? Yes, 2 is an even number. 2 is a prime number 2. So our set contains one element, that is 2. So this is not an empty set, or it is not a null set. Now moving to the third question, set of all x such that x is a natural number and x less than 5 and x greater than 5. We know that what are natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are natural numbers. And next condition is x less than 5. So which are the numbers less than 5? They are 1, 2, 3 and 4. And it should also satisfy one more condition, that is these four numbers should satisfy one more condition, that is x greater than 7. That is these numbers should be greater than 7. Are these numbers greater than 7? No. So this set contains no elements, that is this is a null set or this is an empty set. Now next question, set of all y such that y is a point common to any two parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Parallel lines are lines which will never intersect. They will not meet each other, or they will never intersect, or they don't have a common point of intersection. So these are parallel lines. Now y is a point common to any two parallel lines, which means if these are the lines, this is a point common to both of these lines. But parallel lines will not intersect, therefore there is no point common to parallel lines, which means our set is an empty set. So in these four questions, only the second question is not an empty set. All others are empty sets or null sets. Now we will move to the second question from exercise 1.2. The second question asks that which of the following sets are finite or infinite? And the first question of second question is set of months of a year. We know that the set of months of a year are 12 months, that are January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. So there are 12 months in a year. So the number of elements of this particular set is 12, or the cardinality of the set is 12. And we know that a set is finite only if the number of elements is a definite number, and here 12 is a definite number. So here the number of elements or the cardinality is 12, and 12 is a definite number. So this particular set is a finite set. Now moving on to the next question. 1, 2, 3, etc. So we don't know what is the end of this set or which number is the last number of this set. So we cannot say that this set has a particular number of elements. So the cardinality of this set is not a definite number. So this is an infinite set. Next question. 1, 2, 3, etc. 99, 100. So this set contains the natural numbers from 1 to 100. So we know that from 1 to 100 there are 100 natural numbers. So the cardinality of the set is 100, or the number of elements of the set is 100, and 100 is a definite number. So we can say that this is a finite set. Next question. Set of positive integers greater than 100. Set of positive integers greater than 100 include 101, 102, 103, and it goes like that. We don't know which is the last positive integer which is greater than 100. So the cardinality or the number of elements of this particular set is not a definite number. So we can say that this is an infinite set. Moving on to the next question. Set of prime numbers less than 100. We know that we have prime numbers which goes like this: 2, 3, 5, etc. And if we check, we can find that there are 25 prime numbers less than 100. So the cardinality of this particular set is 25, which is a definite number, and hence this particular set is a finite set. So that's the end of this question. We have checked which of the following are finite or infinite. Now we can move to the third question of this exercise. Third question asks us to state whether each of the following set is finite or infinite. It is quite similar to the second question. Let's discuss one by one. The first subpart is the set of lines parallel to x-axis. We know this is the Cartesian system. This is our x-axis and this is the y-axis. And we are asked to check whether the set of lines parallel to x-axis is a finite set or not. These are the lines which are parallel to x-axis. We can draw so many lines like this which are parallel to x-axis, and since the Cartesian system is wide around, we can draw infinitely many lines like this which are parallel to x-axis. So we cannot find a definite number of lines which are parallel to x-axis. It is going like this. There are so many lines which are parallel to x-axis, and we cannot find a definite number which is the number of lines parallel to the x-axis. So it is an indefinite number, which means this is an infinite. This is an infinite set. Now second question. The set of letters in the English alphabets, which are they? A, B, C, D, etc. X, Y, Z. How many are there? We know that there are 26 alphabets in English alphabet series. So this is a definite number. We can say that this set is finite. Now third question. The set of numbers which are multiples of 5. Which are the multiples of 5? 5, 10, 15, 25. And we don't know which is the last multiple of 5. So this is not a definite number, which means the cardinality of this particular set is not a definite number, which means this is an infinite set. Next question. The set of animals living on the earth. There are a huge number of animals living on the earth, and we can count that. No, it is a definite number actually, but it is too big. So the number of animals living on the earth is a definite number which is too big. So we can say that since it is a definite number, we can say that this is a finite set. Now the set of circles passing through origin. We know that what is origin? The origin is the point where both x-axis and y-axis meet each other. That is 0, 0. This is the origin. We are asked to find the set of circles passing through origin. This is a circle passing through origin. This is a circle passing through origin. This is another circle passing through origin. This is another circle passing through origin. This is yet another circle passing through origin. So like this we can draw so many circles passing through origin. We cannot stop this. It goes like that. Also this is a circle passing through origin. This is a circle passing through origin. Again this is a circle. This is a circle, and it goes like that. So the number of circles passing through origin, that 0, 0, is not a definite number, which means this particular set is also an infinite set. So that's the end of third question from exercise 1.2. Now we shall go to the fourth question. Consider the fourth question. In the following, state whether A equal to B or not. We have to check whether the sets A are equal to the corresponding sets B. Now in the first question, A is A, B, C, D and B is D, C, B, A. How will we check whether two sets are equal or not? Two sets are equal if they have same number of elements and every element of A should be in B and every element of B should be in A. Here there are 4 elements and here also there are 4 elements. Now we have to check whether every element of A is in B and every element of B is in A. Here there is A, here also there is A, here B, now here we have B, here we have C, here we have C, and here we have D, and here we have D. So every element of A is in B and every element of B is in A or not. We have to check. Here we have A, here also we have A, here we have B, here also we have A, B, here we have C, here we have C, and here we have D, here we have D. So it is clear that A equals to B because every element of A is in B and every element of B is in A. Moving on to the next question, 4, 8, 12, 16, 8, 4, 16, 18. This is a question similar to the first one. Here we have 4, here we have 4, here we have 8, here we have 8, here we have 12, but here we does not have 12. That is 12 does not belongs to B, but 12 belongs to A. 12 belongs to A, but 12 does not belongs to B. That is every element of A is not in B, which means A not equal to B. Next question, A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What about B? B is the set of all x such that x is a positive integer. We know which are the positive integers, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And x less than or equal to 10. Which are the positive integers less than or equal to 10? They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. These are the positive integers which is less than or equal to 10. Now we have to check whether this set and this set are equal. Here we have 2 here. Here we have 2, here we have 4, here we have 4, here we have 6, here also we have 6, here we have 8, here also we have 8, here we have 10, here also we have 10. So every element of A is in B, but it is clear that 1 is not in A, 3 is not in A, 5 is not in A, 7 is not in A, 9 is not in A. That is 1 belongs to B, but 1 does not belongs to B. Similarly, 1 does not belongs to A. Similarly, 2 belongs to B, but 3 belongs to B, but 3 does not belongs to A. So, we can say that A not equal to B. Now, the last question, set of all x, A is set of all x such that x is a multiple of 10. Which all are the multiples of 10? We have 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. These are the multiples of 10. We can clearly say that all the elements of our set A are in B. That is 10, 20, 30 and so on. But all the elements of B are not in A. That is 15 is present in our set B. But 15 does not belongs to our set A. That is, our condition is violated. So A not equal to B. So when are two sets said to be equal? Two sets A and B are said to be equal only if every element of A is in B and if every element of B is in A. So that was question number 4. Now we shall move to question number 5. Consider the fifth question. Are the following pair of sets equal? Give reasons. And the first subpart is we have set A as set 2, 3 and B is the set of all x such that x is the solution of x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation and this set contains the solution of this quadratic equation. Let's solve this equation. It can be solved like this. We can split the middle term like 5x is equal to 2x plus 3x plus 6 equals to 0. We can take x common here. Now we have x into x plus 2 and plus 3 common here, x plus 2 again here equals to 0, which means x plus 3 into x plus 2 equals to 0, which implies x is equal to minus 3 and x is equal to minus 2. So we have the solution set as minus 3 minus 2 and here we have 2, 3. Here we have 2 but here we does not have a 2. Here we have 3 and here we does not have a 2. So every element of A is not in B. So we can say that A is not equal to B. Now moving on to the second question. A is the set of all x such that x is a letter in the word follow. Which all are the letters in the word follow? F is there, okay. O is there, okay. L is there. L is 2 times but we have to write only once when we write in a set. O is there, we have already written O. Then W is there. So this is the set A. And what about set B? Set B is the set of all y such that y is a letter in the word wolf. Wolf contains the letters W, O, L and F. So we got our A and B. Now we have to check whether A equal to B. F is here, F is here also. O is there, O is here. L, W, W. So every element of A is there in B. Now let's check whether every element of B is in A. W, W, O, O, L, F, F. So every element of A is in B and every element of B is in A. So we can say that A equal to B in this case. That is the end of question number 5. Now we shall move to the last question, that is question number 6. Consider question number 6. From the sets given below, select equal sets. We are given with different sets and we have to select the equal sets from these sets. Now we have A as 2, 4, 8, 12 and here in A there are 4 elements. So A should be equal to a set which contains 4 elements only. So in these sets given we have B, C and D with 4 elements. So A can be equal to B or A equal to C or A equals to D. Now A contains 2, 4, 8, 12. We have to check whether B, C and D contains 2, 4, 8 and 12. Here in B we have 2, in B we have 4, in B we does not have 8. 8 does not belongs to B but 8 belongs to A. So we can clearly say that A not equal to B. Now what about, now let's check for C. Here 2 is here, but here we does not have 2. That is 2 does not belongs to C, but 2 belongs to A. So we can say that A not equal to C. Now we will check for D. 2 is here, 2 is here, 4 is here, 4 is here, 8 is here, but here we don't have 8. So we can, 8 does not belongs to D. So we have A not equal to D also. So A is not equal to any of these sets. Now let's check for B. Now we have to check whether B equal to, B have 4 elements. So B is not equal to A. So we have to check whether B equal to C or B equal to D. B, because C and D are the only sets containing 4 elements left. Now here we have 1 is here, but 1 does not belongs to C. So B is not equal to C. Now 1 is here, 1 is here, 2 is here, 2 is here, 3 is here, 3 is again here, 4 is here, 4 is again here. So we can conclude that B is equal to D, because every element of B is in D, and conversely we have 3 here, 3 here, 1 here, 1 here, 4 here, 4 here, 2 here, 2 here. So every element of B is in D and every element of D is in B. So we have B equal to D. Now E, F, G and H are the sets containing 2 elements. Now here we have minus 1, 1. We have to check whether is there any other set which contains both minus 1 and 1 and does not contain any other elements. Here we have 0A which does not contains minus 1 and 1. So E not equal to F. Now here also, yes, here we have minus 1 is here, minus 1 is here, 1 is here, 1 is here. Conversely, 1 is here, 1 is here, minus 1 is here, minus 1 is here. So we can say that E is equal to F. Now, here we have 0A and no other sets we have both 0 and A. Now, let's check for H. H also contains 0, 1. No other sets contain 0 and 1. So, there are no other sets which are equal. Only equal sets are B equal to D and E equal to F. That's the end of question number 6 and exercise 1.2. I hope you understood the problems we have solved in exercise 1.2. The next concepts of the chapter sets will be taught in next video. Till then, wait for the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.